I bet back on my shit and I walk with a lick cause I carry a stick, little nigga. We hit the back door, this what you asked for. You already know how we steppin', little nigga. Big block bustin' might knock off your cousin. And bro got a Smith and it holds you dozen. I'll take bacon, now you feel like an oven. You in the streets, but you really on nothing. You niggas changed, I stayed the same. Big block boy, yeah, remember my name. We getting paid, no matter the way. Out in the clock cause I stay with the game. Can't waste no time, I'm on my grind. People should know that I'm one of a kind. Do it for Deuce, you been on my mind. Miss Google shot, yeah, you know I was shine.
Tell him, man, how you doing? Man, it's not the one or the two, man. It's Diddo moving. That's Diddo, M8V3N, man. Prince of the motherfucking set, man. I'm part of the Blue Cup crew. Niggas know the vibes, though. To perform out here is more so like performing on home turf, feel me? I'm not from Schenectady officially. I'm from Albany, New York. Niggas know that, though. I come from a little block called Orange Street. If you know, you know. Old block or no block, niggas know the vibes, though. To perform out here is basically just, you know, it feels like performing in a hometown. It's basically like giving back, you know. It's like showing everybody that said I couldn't do what I couldn't do, I'm showing y'all I can do the same thing. So it's like, if you feel like you can't do it, I'm a perfect example. Everybody doubted me at first, but now I'm here. Now I got a name, and now I'm just trying to make sure that my name's spread across the world.
So we with the Diddo, and we were talking with him a lot about how he got a lot of tracks in the tuck, but he might have a challenge when it comes to following up.
More so, I keep them hungry by always trying to, you know, keep my face in the media. You know, I try to keep myself performing. I try to keep myself outside. You know, I try to interact with my fans more so on the person-to-person basis rather than me trying to interact with my music. But I know I gotta interact with y'all more on the music basis because y'all really want all the shit that I got stored inside my backpack. And it's a lot of music that I know that y'all been craving to hear, that y'all been wanting to hear, that y'all been dying to, you know, scratch at the surface and be like, Diddo, let us listen to this. But it's a lot of work that I've been putting in behind the scenes. And not only me, but the entire team, we've been putting together a whole bunch of musical collectives, a bunch of collaborations, unofficial projects that we've been doing in order to get ourselves back on track. It's not just me, it's the team also. The Blue Cup crew has a lot in store, and especially the pretty girls with the pink cups. They got some shit in the tuck too, so it's not just me. I'm not just the only one hiding this shit. Hello to B. That's most hated. That's love. That's loyalty optional. That's something that doesn't come from me specifically. That comes from something from the town, and I can't really take credit for that. I can give the credit to Leaky Low, but that's the creator of this shit. At the end of the day, that's the nigga that really put down for this shit and really put this shit on concrete. So definitely shout out to Leaky. Moving gang, that's a whole other story. That's
You don't gotta explain that.
That's all I gotta say. If you know, you know. That's the rich. That's moving gang, shooting gang. Niggas know the vibes. To put it in those type of terms, when I think of moving, that's what I think of. When I think of the set, that's what I think of. I think of niggas always having motion, niggas always moving, niggas always making sure and maintaining, niggas always staying sturdy, feel me? We don't just settle for less. We don't sit down. We don't just sit in one place and just try to settle there. We try to expand. We try to grow. We try to be bigger than what we are. You got to make sure, you got to keep yourself steady. You got to keep yourself moving. 80 told me about the Free the Guys rally because he thought it would be a good outlook on not only my image, but the messages that I'll be having to put through when I go through my music. Most of the time, people feel depression. Even the niggas that get locked up. Like, free all the guys that's locked right now. People that go through the system, most of the time, we don't get a second chance. We don't get a second look at things. That's most of the reasons why felons don't really get opportunities when they come home. So the Free the Guys rally put a big perspective in my head that shows that we need to put more effort into the prison systems and try to at least see the pictures that haven't been shown. These are stories that haven't been told, people won't listen to, or people just ignore. Sometimes motherfuckers get caught up in certain situations that they can't get themselves out of, and they end up in the jail systems. I am just a humble rapper coming from the city of Albany, New York, trying to make myself into something bigger than I already am. I know I'm a big name, and I know sometimes pressure can get wild. I have been through a lot, from me being the person that I was to me being who I am. I used to be the name of OG Diddo. If you know, you know. It's a long story with that name, but the story that I I've been through. It's a lot of trials, tribulations, turmoil, and a lot of success as well. But the one main thing that I got out of my own story, looking back at everything that I've been through and everything that I've done, is that perseverance takes pride. Perseverance takes pride. In order to persevere, sometimes you got to also put your pride to the side and make sure that you do the right things that you got to do.
That's a great message.
The places that I've been, the places that I'm trying to go, and the places that I want to be somehow always correlate to what's in my heart. And the message that I got to give out to any young rapper, anybody that's trying to chase their dreams, whether you're a rapper, a doctor, a streamer, anything, chase what's in your heart. Your heart will never steer you wrong unless you follow the guilty conscience of y'all. It takes the losses that you make to learn and live through all these lessons that you're going to live through. The losses make the lesson. The losses make the lessons, meaning that whatever loss you go through, whatever trial, whatever tribulation, whatever pain, whatever heartache you go through, use that. Use that as fuel to level up and to make sure that you persevere into this game called life. I mean, shit ain't a game at all, but at the end of the day, you got to play it like one. You got to play it like chess, not checkers. This shit is about moving smart, not about moving silly. Sometimes you got to move with a certain authority or a certain arrogance about yourself.
Definitely.
Most times people try to put you down because they feel better when they make somebody else feel less about themselves.
Yeah.
But until you decide to move up and be the person that wants to be better, you can't be that person. The songs that I create, most of the time, come off the top of my head and I just begin to write. Like, most times I feel like it comes with my beat selection. When I choose a beat, I make sure that I choose something that I can be in tune with, something that I can really put myself into and be like, okay, this is something that I feel like everybody's gonna listen to and gonna be able to feel. I feel like if I show my vision to everyone else, people might understand me a little more. I was always the kid, the underdog that was never understood, which is the reason why my last EP was named The Underdawg. It was to show people that even though you may look small in a small town, you can be bigger than who you are. The reason why I do a lot of these concert songs and all of this energy is because that's the type of feeling that I want to give off whenever I perform or wherever I release music. I want to be able to make people jump, make people dance. Like my captain always says, we got to make them dance. So that's some of the things that I really want to do. Like the song that you talking about, I believe is Street Talk. And that's a song that really like came from the depths of motherfuckers always trying to speak on shit that they don't know about, or they try to speak on a person they don't know about. And it's like, you got your facts wrong, kid. You better look them shits up.
So, really appreciate you stepping out with us today. Perfect balance of humility and confidence. My man got it on deck.
Definitely. Thank you for having me out today. Shout out to Fresh News. Shout out to Big E. You know the vibes, man. You know the vibes will be, man. And soon to come, we try to have the whole Blue Cup crew on this podcast. Let's get them going. I definitely got to send you an unreleased track, man, so that way you can hear something.
Yeah.